So, Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 Episode 16, Wishful Thinking. Now, most of the big moments for this episode I saw floating around on Twitter, such as Izzy being turned into the Tiramigo Zord, and Ollie getting turned into a toy, and human mucus and stuff like that. Most of those moments were spoiled to me on Twitter, but that's okay, because I still want to talk about them in this review. Now, the whole premise of this episode is a Harvey-focused episode where you can't really cheat to get to the top. You've got to get there with hard work and success, and you can't take any shortcuts. Which, the problem with Harvey is, like, it felt like his character took a couple of steps back and then a couple of steps forward, where he has been a hard worker, he has sort of worked really hard to make himself a well-known musician, but in this episode he kind of wanted the wish for 1 million views, and he got that fame, and he liked that fame, and he had a moment where he nearly ditched his friends for a big musical performance, but in the end he kind of learnt that lesson, and he got to have that performance at the end of the episode with the famous musician, who is played by a famous New Zealand musician that I looked up just before recording this review. So that's really cool. Vince Harder, I believe their name is. But seeing stuff that I mentioned earlier was really cool to see in this episode. We got to see human Mucus, which is the voice actress of Mucus, in not a human disguise, which was really cool. And I like that we get to see stuff like that in Dino Fury. I mean, we got to see it with Campbell Cooley as Slifer, and we're seeing it again with Mucus and her actress. So that was really cool to see in this episode. And because I don't know what that actress looks like, I thought it was like a dub over thing that they did for the human part. But nah, that was all them, and I gotta say, they put in a really fun, energetic performance, just like her performance as the character when doing voiceover. So I gotta give props to Torum Hen. I do apologize if I butchered your name, the voice actress for Mucus, who also played human Mucus in this episode, because there was a lot of fun moments seeing Mucus as a human in this episode. But not only that, the other characters like Izzy and Ollie playing off her performance where she talked all wacky and silly and they sort of mimicked it and mocked it. That was a lot of fun seeing Tessa and Kai do that. That was a lot of fun as well. But like I said, in this episode it was a very much be careful of what you wish for, because we had characters like Ollie getting turned into a toy, and then we had Izzy getting turned into the Tiramigo Zord, which looks awesome. I'm glad they actually got to use that suit in this episode and film their own original footage with it, because Simon Bennett said on Twitter that they tried to film stuff with the suit, but the actor found it very hard to move around in and had to take a lot of breaks. So I do wonder if he was referring to that moment in this episode, so that's why they didn't film too much with the suit. But what we got to see in this episode was really cool, I will say that. But not only that, they also utilized the Ryusoulger footage where Zato sort of rides on Tiramigo and fights the bad guys in that one episode of Ryusoulger. So that was cool to see in this episode as well. And I liked how they sort of utilized that moment into the show to use that Ryusoulger footage. But one of the things in this episode is Amelia wishes to see her parents, and her wish doesn't come true. Even though everyone else gets their wishes come true in the episode, Amelia's didn't. So the mystery of who Amelia's parents is still out there, and although spoilers are out there for people who keep up with spoilers, I won't say it here. It does add to the mystery of Amelia's parents that they're out there, but she wasn't able to see them. So that's very unfortunate. Now, this episode also had a lot of other cool moments in it as well, such as Solon coming in to save the day and just nearly destroys Wreckmate, which was really cool. I love seeing that footage of Solon just coming in on the bike. That was amazing to see. I love that moment as well. But again, this episode, I won't call it a filler episode. There wasn't much fillery stuff about it, because characters like Harvey did get some development where he learnt a lesson that you can't cheat your way to the top, and you gotta sort of earn it. You gotta earn that hard work. You got to earn it through hard work and stuff like that. So he had that lesson in the end, which was great to see. And it was cool to see that Ollie's mum was the one that gave him the pep talk, where she said she was never a really good researcher and she had to work really hard to get where she is right now. So I really liked that Ollie's mum was sort of like the one to give Harvey the pep talk at the end of the episode, where he learns his lesson and learns that he can't cheat his way to the top. So yeah, that's pretty much Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 Episode 16. Overall, not a bad episode. I mean, it was a fun buffer episode between all the crazy stuff we're probably going to be getting in the next couple of episodes leading up to the finale, but there was some good character development for Harvey here, and it's cool to see him go on that musical journey, and seeing the musical performance at the end with Chance and what's his name, Vince, I believe it's his name, Vince, at the end of the episode doing the musical performance was really cool to see, because they're both talented people, and seeing them sing like that at the end of the episode was really nice to see. But not only that, it also added to the who is Amelia's parents and what are they up to, so it added that mystery as well. But overall, I thought it was a fun episode. Seeing the Tiramigo suit in action was really cool. Seeing Mucus in human form was really cool. Seeing Slifer get into the action and get into a really cool fight scene was really cool. I did get a laugh out of the scene where they called Void Queen Mummy, so Mummy Void Queen. That was a laugh out of me. But yeah, this episode was a nice little buffer from all the crazy stuff we've been having in the past couple of episodes. So a lot of people are probably going to call this like filler or something like that, but either way, I enjoyed it, and I feel like we're going to have some sort of somewhat normal episodes moving forward, and then when we get to like the finale episode, like the final arc, things are going to ramp up. So things are quiet now that Lord Zed is sealed in the crystal and the Morphin Masters are off doing their own thing. We're probably going to be focusing on the Earth related stuff for now, and where that's going to go, I can't wait to see it. So with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.